Let's bring on somebody who's not divisive at all. It's Smash, the future owner of blackgirlgamers.com. So it's war you want. Black Girl Gamers just striked my channel. Oh boy. So give us the rundown here. What happened and how did you get struck?
I mean, first off, why me? Not to be that guy, but like, why does this stuff? You said, "Oh, you had a rare situation happen to me." I'm like, no, this is like a daily occurrence for me these days. Hold on. I got to move you over to my other monitor, so I'm looking at you. Sorry about that. This is like a daily thing. It feels like every day there's some ridiculous thing that happens, and I'm just covering information, giving my perspective on it. Literally no different than you guys or Flash or anyone else out there.
Well, I think Alyssa likes you.
I don't know.
She's got a thing for you.
What can I even say? Here's the thing with her. I feel like anytime I say something, everything I say will be used against me when I say it. And that's exactly what she wants. It's like a controlling thing. It's like, no, you can't talk about me. I'm like, literally everyone out there is talking about you, yet I'm the one you're targeting on what I'm allowed to say about you. And I find that peculiar.
So let's go to your website here.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go to your website. It says Black Girl Gamers just struck my channel. So you did a reaction to they called it like the Black Girl Gamer Summit or something along those lines. What was this?
I think it was something the Black Creator Summit or something like that. Creator Summit 2024. I don't know.
Okay, and in it they had 3 people. They had Kim Belair from Sweet Baby Inc. They had the founder of Black Girl Gamers, and then they had the girl from The Verge, Ashley Parrish. Is that her name?
Yep.
Okay.
And the girl from Black Girl Gamers.
Oh God,
Ashley
Parrish.
So in this video where they had they get together and they talked, what was the main subject of this summit that they had?
So the main point was, from what I understood, was to show diversity and different perspectives from different people and bringing the gaming community together. That's what I got out of at least the intro from what they were saying, and the results were anything but that, which I found quite ironic. A quick TLDR for those that haven't seen it. There's a video they put out. It was a slog to get through. It's like 26 minutes of them just patting themselves on the back and talking about how amazing they all are and how everyone's against them. And then wanting diversity, wanting to, have a open communication with the gaming community and using the summit as a platform for that. And then not approving any comments. And I thought that was interesting. I'm like, well, that's not really a conversation then, is it? It's just our perspective is going to be what gets reinforced here. And I found that fascinating because they don't have much of a following or an audience. They had 3,000 subscribers. The video itself had like 900 views, 800 views. And I wrote a comment basically like giving them a reality check, like, hey, just so you know, you guys aren't holier than thou. You've done a lot of really awful things. And if we're going to have a conversation about it, we need to be open and straightforward with the facts of what's transpired instead of just a one-sided perspective. And obviously they have comments on admin approval only, and they didn't approve my comment. So I was like, okay, I posted it on Twitter. I'm like, here's the comment I made. It didn't show up there. And I wasn't going to comment or cover the video because it was such a slog to get through. It really was. I'm not trying to like be mean to them because they're not good at this or whatever. It was just, from my perspective, it was a very boring video of people just patting each other on the back. But they didn't approve my comment. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll make a video. And the main point of my video is because they're not being open about communication and a diverse perspective. I will make my channel that, and I will borrow very lightly from theirs, using things they say and using their words against them to prove them as being complete hypocrites. And obviously they didn't like that. The video, for whatever reason, just took off like rocket ship straight up. I published it, and I've never seen a video like my video's been doing great lately. I'm not complaining. But this one in particular was like, just blew all those other ones out of the water straight up. In 2 days, it had almost 200,000 views. And I was like, wow, this is great. Apparently this is what This is what the community wants. They want a conversation. They want to get perspectives out there. They want their truth. People want the truth out there. Not people are sick of this one-sided echo chamber that's trying to be shoved down everyone's throat. It's like, we're done. Like, let's talk about the truth. Let's move the conversation forward. Let's be rational about the situation. Let's not denigrate each other. Let's not try to tear each other down. Let's just say, hey, you're doing some really awful things. And I'm sure you, from your perspective, think we've done awful things. That's fair. Let's talk about it. They don't want a conversation. And I think that's the really awful part about it. And then, I guess, sorry, I'm really going on a tangent here. To add insult to injury, after it went viral, a pretty solid chunk of change from YouTube coming to me, a lot of subscribers, a lot of people saying thank you for this. It was all good news. And I woke up and went to the computer and I was like, oh, that's great. And then I had like this orange triangle or whatever next to the video. And I was like, that's weird. I've never really seen that. Let me click it. I was like, wait, what? Oh no. And then it's like everything just a red triangle. Sorry. Yeah. Strike pending. And I thought it was weird because I'm not well versed in this world of striking channels. Genuinely, I have no idea how any of this works.
It's illegal what they're doing.
Right.
You could take them to court and sue them.
Right. Which is what I was thinking when I'm like, not just struck my video, but they struck the entire video, basically saying my efforts were just a one-for-one copy of their work. And I'm like, that's not they struck the entire time frame of it. They didn't pick and choose different times. And again, I don't know how it works. I don't know if you're copyright striking, if you're able to pick and choose times. I don't know about how any of that works.
They struck it because, and I'm assuming because you used footage of their summit. Is that correct? So
correct. A lot of people did though. Like I was not the only channel that covered it. There were.
I'm pretty sure I've used that footage too before.
So in theory,
something from them.
By me showing this, could we get struck for copyright? Because we're simply
well, technically, I guess it's like taking someone to court. You can sue someone for anything. It doesn't mean you're right.
right. So you get flagged, and it's very clearly like this is if there was ever I saw your video because I saw it was popping off, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, and it very clearly was transformative. It very clearly was fair use, right? So you get a strike, and it's important people to understand the idea behind the strike system on YouTube, right? If you get a strike, that's a very big deal. It can ruin your channel. It ruins discovery on your channel.
Suppresses it. Yep.
And ultimately I think it's 3 strikes and you're out. You're totally off the platform forever.
I don't know how long they last or anything like that. Do
90 days.
Forever?
I think if it's like a regular strike, it stays with you for 90 days.
I don't know about copyright, but also you can't stream for 2 weeks. Like there's a lot of things that happen.
Was that your first one?
Well, it hasn't happened yet. It's still pending.
Oh, you should. Yes. I think your first one you can still stream.
Again,
I'm not 100%.
I'm just going by hearsay at this point. We'll find out, I guess.
So you reached out on X to YouTube, and you're saying my channel was struck using fair use. And it does not give an option to reject the claim. Says it will be deleted in 5 days, and I will lose all earned revenue. Please help. Video was fair use and got struck by Black Girl Gamers. And you said, please do something, right? So,
yeah, and that was the weird thing is I'm not well versed in this area of YouTube, but even when this came up, I was like, I've never heard of anyone talk about this before. And when it came up, people were saying, I've never seen that before, where it's like, you will have a strike if you don't delete it. I'm like, what? That's a new one. I thought it was just like, you either get a strike or you don't. What's this 5 days? That's like a gun to my head. Delete it, or else you'll get a strike. It's like, that's extortion. You can't do that. Like, what the hell is this?
Well, they responded. Team YouTube responded. And we've seen we saw recently a big win from Team YouTube, talking about specifically the Geeks and Gamers channel or Nerdrotics channel and Ryan's channel, pretty much saying like, hey, look, you may not agree with what they're saying, but they have the right to say it. In this situation, they did not. It seems like they kind of rejected you. Is that right?
I don't know if you call it a rejection. I think it just more of a automated reply. It feels like you're talking to C3PO. It's not even
right.
I already knew going into it that it was going to be fruitless, but it was more of just doing everything in my power to get the powers that be to recognize that there's an issue here. And this is a starting point for that. It's been shared by a ton of people, prominent people, people who know people. So I'm still hopeful. I mean, we still got a couple days. So if it does go through, I don't have any intention. People have asked me like, oh, you thinking, I'm like, no, I am stubborn as hell. Like I know I'm in the right here. So I'm not going to delete it. Like that's just not how I operate. I will take the strike and wear it as a scarlet letter on my channel if that's what I have to do. But I didn't do anything wrong here.
So they respond with, "We hear you. Based on the deets you've shared, it looks like the removal of the copyright protected content is scheduled right now.
Hold on. How do you do, fellow kids?
That's right. Hey, what's up? You are a fellow child there, Smash. That's right. Right now, you can either delete the vid in queue, contact the claimant, or do nothing as your next step. So, okay, so if you delete the video, right, then the strike goes away. Is that correct?
Yes, and all the views and the earned income from it, and well, that's those two things.
It's principle of the matter, basically.
Right.
It's the principle. Yeah, it comes down to the principle for something like this.
And you have
200,000 view video getting taken down as
well. It's got 260 now. Damn. It's like still going.
Oh, it's still up.
Yep. Oh, it's still up. Yeah, they are giving it to me, like the power for me to delete it. But right now, it's still up. I don't understand that. If it's a copyright situation and someone's claimed it, why is it still up?
Right.
I don't understand that. I'm not complaining because it's still getting views and I'm still getting subscribers. So great, but it's just such a weird.
Did you counterclaimed, right?
No, they don't give me the option to counterclaim.
Oh, they don't?
Nope. The only option is to delete the video when I click on options.
Wow. I think that's the biggest thing here is that you don't have the option to fight back.
They're going to take it down and then you'll have to appeal it. That sucks. That's bullshit. Because that 200 hit, like that's going to get seen now on the algorithm. Like these 200,000 views just vanished.
Yep.
Like that hurts your channel.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So it's really messed up. It's an awful thing. This is why you don't do this to another creator ever. Like, I don't care how much I don't like someone. First off, you already said it. It's illegal. Like that's the biggest thing. But just on a human level, I don't care how much I don't like someone. I would never do this to them. Like, there are other courses of action. Never mind. You have to understand the culture of the internet does not take kindly to this kind of stuff. Like, it's been proven that you are putting yourself, establishing the bad guy position by doing this. It's like, don't do that. Like, have a conversation, talk to the person.
It's like an unwritten rule that you don't strike or target somebody else for deplatforming, even if you don't like them. Though that's kind of, I guess that's going out the window now, as we've seen also with the Star Wars stuff.
Yep.
Like, you have YouTube creators, all of them seem to line on a certain line politically together, but they now openly call for targeting channels and demonetizing, deplatforming them.
They're losing, and they're lashing
going
out
for
right
broke.
now. Yeah, like they got nothing to lose. The world's against them anyways. So what's going to happen to them if they do this? And then they can blame it on, oh, it's because we're black that you're coming at us. Like, that's what it kind of feels like. That's going to be their next card. The race card is going to get pulled here. Where it's like, no, they can't comprehend that I don't look at the color of someone's skin when I communicate with people. I don't care. Like, I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what you do in the bedroom. I don't care what skin color you are. To me, I give everyone the opportunity to lose any of the respect I have for them first. And if they do that, then okay, it's out the window. But like by taking the approach that, oh, it's because I'm this or it's because I'm that, that already shows that you have an angle going into a conversation that's putting you in a position of losing it. So yeah.
Well, you said there's 3 options here, right? And you have reached out to them and you have not heard back. Is that correct?
Still have not heard back from them. Correct.
Okay. So you contacted them the other option is you can delete the video, right? And as you said, you refuse to do so as it doesn't violate any copyright or fair use.
Mhm.
Or if you do nothing and they'll delete the video for you and you receive the strike. But
Yes.
the idea behind number 2 is you deleting the video. It almost is like an admission to guilt.
Yes, that's the other thing. That's the other I'm glad you said that, because that's the one thing in my head that I couldn't get the words together for, that I've been thinking. I'm like, that's another reason why I refuse. I'm not going to take any steps to admit guilt here. That is not on the playboard.
So I saw this tweet and I think this is pretty interesting. You put this out there and you said Black Girl Gamers is not a consultancy group. They are a terrorist organization. And you literally put the definition for terrorism in there. That's a pretty strong statement.
I mean, here's the thing. The unlawful use of violence and intimidation. If their words are violence, then technically, if words are violence, then it is terrorism under the technical definition of it.
Okay, so what's next here? Are you seriously considering legal action in the event that this gets pulled down?
Yes, if it does, and there's no other alternatives, that is my next step for sure.
So you are willing to sue them? Is this something where you'll send a retain legal counsel? Like with
I already have like legal counsel. I've already have that. That's not. I have not retained it for them, but I have it already. So it's something for, if I need it, I can utilize it. And this is one of those situations where I will utilize it if necessary. It's going to be a cluster for sure, but it's something that I'm always willing to fight for. Always. Like I said, if it's me or another channel that I disagree with, ultimately it's important to always give someone a voice and allow them to make a fool of themselves if they want to, but never take that voice away from them, even if you don't like them.
Defense has some good suggestions there. It says estimated lost revenue from the channel, attorney fees, and emotional compensation. So I said you could potentially literally own the organization by the time this is all said and done.
Well, that would be real diversity, wouldn't it?
I'm just saying, I think that would that would be legitimately hilarious if SmashJT owns Black Girl Gamers by the time it's all said and done. You've reached out to them. They have not reached out to you. Have you had any conversations with Black Girl Gamers at all?
No. I sent an email saying, like, do this or there will be legal repercussions, and this is my only communication to you. Like, that is the ultimatum. You can either remove it or there will be follow-up here. And I feel like that's being honest with them. I'm not being a dick. I'm like, this is the situation you've created. Do with it what you will.